Regifting. Is it ethical to disguise a reused gift as a personal choice? Alessandro Uribe.
Let's be honest, we've all received a gift that made us go, "Oh, thanks, I love it." It's not bad, it's just bad for you.
Mum said if you get her one more bad present,
Yeah.
she'll burn it.
Right.
So I'm thinking
Yeah.
we should get her a candle.
So you think, I'll give it to someone who'll actually use it. You wrap it up, hand it off, and say nothing about where it came from. Efficient. Absolutely. Ethical. That's where things get interesting. Because now it's not just about the object, it's about intention, honesty, and whether you're quietly outsourcing your thoughtfulness to someone else's impulse buy. Who's involved? The regifter, who is the ethical actor. Also, the original giver, who probably thought they nailed it. And the new recipient, who assumes you picked it out just for them. Yet the ethical actor is the regifter. So what do we mean by ethical? It's not just about whether someone gets hurt or whether you technically own the gift. Ethics is about whether your actions show respect, honesty, and care, especially when no one's watching. For this video, I'm using the framework developed by Dr. Markula from the Markula Center for Applied Ethics. His model asks, what are the consequences? What duties do you have? What kind of person are you showing yourself to be? So yeah, even something as small as regifting can say a lot about your values. The ethical standards. We're using 5 ethical lenses from Dr. Markula's framework to analyze regifting. Each one asks a different kind of question about what makes an action right, not just socially acceptable, but morally solid. Utilitarianism says, the most ethical choice is the one that creates the most overall happiness and the least harm. So, does regifting increase happiness overall? If the new recipient loves it and no one finds out, maybe. But if the truth comes out or the gift feels impersonal, that happiness can unravel fast. An awkward birthday energy. That counts as harm. Deontology says, ethics is about following moral duties, like honesty and respect, regardless of the outcome. Then, is it wrong to mislead, even if no one's hurt? If you imply you bought the gift, that's a lie. Even if it's harmless, it still breaks the duty to be truthful. Virtue ethics says, focus on the kind of person you're becoming through your actions. Does regifting reflect good character, like honesty, care, and thoughtfulness? If the gift fits the person and you're upfront, maybe. But if it's random or clearly recycled, it reflects laziness or insincerity. It's not just about the object, it's about the effort. Contract theory says, ethics comes from mutual agreements, spoken or unspoken, between people. So, are there expectations in gift giving that you're quietly breaking? Most people assume a gift was chosen with them in mind. Regifting can feel like you're dodging that emotional labor, especially if the gift doesn't match the occasion or the person. ACM-style honesty says, being trustworthy means not misrepresenting your work, effort, or intentions, even in small ways. Does pretending you picked out the gift yourself quietly erode trust? Yes. Even casual misrepresentations can make people question your sincerity. And once that trust cracks, it's hard to rebuild. The test: apply the standards. Now let's apply those 5 ethical standards to the actual situation. You regifted something, didn't mention where it came from, and handed it off like it was your idea all along. Utilitarianism. Regifting can increase happiness and reduce waste, if no one finds out. You saved money, avoided clutter, and maybe made someone smile. But if the recipient discovers it was recycled, or worse, if the original giver finds out, it can cause embarrassment, disappointment, or tension. So yeah, it's a short-term win with long-term risk. Deontology. You implied you bought the gift. That's a lie. Even if no one's hurt, you've violated the duty to be honest. And if you knew the recipient would care about the origin, not telling them is a form of deception. So from a duty-based perspective, Regifting without disclosure is unethical, even if it works. Virtue ethics. If the gift is thoughtful, fits the person, and you're honest about it, it might reflect resourcefulness.
But if it's mismatched, generic, or clearly recycled, it shows laziness or insincerity. You're not just giving a thing, you're showing how much effort you're willing to put into someone else's joy. And if that effort is zero, that says something. Contract theory. Gift giving comes with unspoken expectations. People assume you chose something with them in mind. Regifting can feel like you're dodging that responsibility. Even if the gift is technically fine, it breaks the social contract of personal effort and intention. It's like showing up to a potluck with leftovers. You technically brought something, but it's not what people signed up for. ACM-style honesty. This one's about trust. Even small misrepresentations, like pretending you picked out the gift, can make people question your sincerity. And once that trust cracks, it's hard to rebuild. Especially in close relationships, where thoughtfulness actually matters. So, is regifting ethical? On a practical level, it can be efficient. You save time, avoid waste, and the item might still be useful to someone else. That's a functional benefit, but not a complete ethical justification. The drawbacks are more structural. It often involves misrepresenting effort, skipping the intention behind gift giving, and quietly violating social expectations. Even if no one reacts negatively, the gesture loses integrity. And if the truth surfaces, it can affect trust. More importantly, ethical standards rely on consistency. If we start excusing actions just because they seem harmless or convenient, we weaken the norms that help people interact with clarity and respect. That kind of inconsistency, applied broadly, can erode shared values over time. As a society, we benefit from habits that reinforce honesty, effort, and transparency. Regifting without thought or disclosure doesn't support those habits. Unless the gift is clearly appropriate and the origin is acknowledged, it usually doesn't meet ethical standards. Ethics isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about maintaining principles that hold up across situations. And that requires consistency, even in small decisions.
Thank you.
So you got what you wanted. You got some fame out of it.
That's not what I wanted. Are you kidding?
I wanted to be the next American Idol.
Thanks, Arrow.